Hi, welcome to day 7, our last day of this 7-day series. Today it's going to be a flow that encompasses the whole body. The theme will be around gratitude and connection. You will need some props, so whether you have blocks, books, maybe and a bolster, and your mat. So when you're ready, coming to sit comfortably on your mat. I'm sitting on a block. We're going to start with a bit of breath work. So making sure that you are comfortable, that the spine can stay long, and that you have the hips maybe just a little higher than the knees. And so once you find this place where you feel steady, where you can relax and soften, perhaps close your eyes, consciously relaxing the facial expression, the space between your eyebrows, your jaw, allowing the tongue to release from the roof of your mouth, relaxing into the shoulders, into the diaphragm and belly, as you simply notice your breath wherever you feel it most clearly. Noticing as you breathe in the sense of expansion, and then as you breathe out, a softening, a letting go. So we're not trying to control the breath for the moment. We're really simply noticing its natural rhythm. And as we come to notice its natural rhythm, dropping into this present moment, allowing the mind to focus on this one point. And so really today it's all about celebrating this journey that we've been on for 7 days, working the connection between our body, our mind, our baby, our breath. Feeling that gratitude for having showed up, for doing the work. Maybe the intention today, that mantra that we can repeat to ourselves, could be, I honor my body, my baby, and this incredible journey I'm on. And then when you're ready, we're going to start to deepen and lengthen the out breath. And so perhaps you're going to be counting your own count, inhaling for a count of 3. And then the exhalation, you'll be breathing out maybe a count of 5. So do that at your own time. I'm not going to put the rhythm upon you. I really want you to still feel comfortable and avoid holding any tension, but working with all the exercises that we've done to really consciously soften into the body as we deepen into the breath, feeling the sense of softening, letting go in the pelvic area. Inhaling, we're welcoming this fresh new breath. Exhaling as you breathe out a count or 2 longer than you breathe in. Doing that one more time. And then maybe keeping the eyes closed, we're just going to change the cross of the legs so that you have the other shin in front. And again, just take your time to find that comfortable position with the seat. The shoulders are still relaxed, the crown of the head is still tall. And we're going to start by doing some half circles with the chin. So as you gently bring the chin towards the chest, feel that lengthening, that stretch in the back of the neck, and then just circling side to side. So small movements, feeling that release into the back of the body. You might hear some little crackling noises. Keep breathing and see if you can maintain the pranayama, that breathing practice that we were doing. So you're exhaling for a count or two more than you breathe in. Simply feeling that the out-breath is a little longer. And feel free to breathe out through the mouth. Feel free to make sounds, your humming sound, maybe the ha sound or om. Whatever breath you feel like working with. And if this feels good, as you continue breathing, exhaling longer, you might want to start to circle, make full circles with the head. So again, we're moving slowly so that there's no tension being created, keeping the facial expression relaxed. And then we'll change direction with the circles. And then come back to center. Eyes stay closed if that's comfortable. We're opening both arms out to the side. And then drawing the left arm in, you're going to place the right hand, forearm, just over the elbow area. And here what I'd like you to do is soften into the shoulders. And then you're actively pressing the back of the left arm into the right forearm. And so this should feel like a really nice stretch into the top of the shoulder. And so again, continue with your breath practice. Keep softening, relaxing into the face, into the hips, the jaw. As we take 3 more breaths. And you will let go, open the arms out wide again and simply change arms. So you're folding the right arm across, using the left forearm to press into the arm and feeling the stretch here. So right arm pressing into the left forearm pressing back into it as though you're hugging them together, keeping everything else relaxed. And then exhaling, softening, letting go. Lovely. So if you're sat on a block, just coming to hands and knees. We're going to do a few rounds of our cat-cow. And again here, remembering we're going to change slightly the way we do the traditional cat-cow. So inhaling as you round the spine, gazing towards baby. And then exhale, gently hug baby towards the spine as you gaze forward, thinking of more lengthening rather than arching. Inhaling as you round, press into the arms, feel that space between the shoulder blades. Exhaling, hugging baby towards the spine as you gaze forward. So just doing that a few more times. matching your breath and your movement. I'll do that just one more time. Back to a neutral spine. We're going to come into thread the needle. Right arm reaches out and up. Think of broadening through both arms, and then thread the right arm behind the left, placing the right side of the temple to the floor, maybe moving the hips, shifting the hips a little bit over to the right. Left hand can stay exactly where it is, or you could walk it in front of you, coming onto the fingertips. If you'd like to take this a little further and kind of work a bit with your balancing skills, if you tuck both toes under and then start to lengthen the left leg back, keep the toes initially connected to the floor, and this might be already enough. You might feel like you're balancing, you're gently hugging baby towards the spine, and maybe if you feel stable, you could lift the left leg up. And so we're breathing here, keep pressing the back of the right arm into the floor, rooting through the left fingertips, keeping the facial expression relaxed. Lovely. And then if the leg is lifted, we're bringing the left knee down, then placing the left hand in front of you, pressing back up to all fours. And we're going to do that on the other side. So left arm reaches up as you breathe in. Exhale as you thread the arm, coming onto the left side of the face or temple. And then maybe the right hand walks forward. You're sending the hips a little bit over to the left. And maybe this is where you stay. Maybe this is where you really enjoy that sense of really deep opening into the shoulders, into the upper back. If you did that on the other side, maybe you're straightening the right leg. Keep the right foot flexed, engage through the whole leg muscles. And only lift up really if you feel that stability as you keep the right toes pointing down, back of the left arm into the floor, right fingertips grounded. And of course, you're breathing. If the leg is lifted, slowly bring the right knee back down, right hand in front of the face. Come back to all fours. Lovely. And then we're going to come to sit on our sitting bones. And we're going to come into a nice figure of four stretch. Nice alternative to pigeon. So starting with the right ankle over the left thigh. Flex the right ankle, making sure that we keep that right foot flexed to safeguard into the right knee joint. Open the right knee out. And then maybe if you need just a little bit more stretch, you're just walking or bringing your hips closer towards the left heel. Keep the foot flexed, opening the right knee out, breathing here, keeping the spine nice and long, the face relaxed, upper teeth, lower teeth slightly apart, and coming back to that lengthening of your out breath. Maybe doing a few rounds of Brahmari breath as you breathe out. Lovely. And then we're going to release. If your wrists need a little break, just circling them a couple of times in each direction. And then we go back, this time left ankle over right thigh, bend into the knee, flex the left foot, open the left knee out, and then just walking yourself as far in as feels comfortable. You want to feel the stretch, but remembering we're kind of working towards a 70% of our stretching capacity because of all the relaxin hormones that are already stretching into the ligaments and muscles. And so again, how can you connect to your breath? How can you deepen and lengthen the exhalation? Whatever breath practice you wish to work with, doing that, I might do some Om sound. So doing 3 rounds. Releasing the leg, bringing the feet as wide as the mat, a few windscreen wipers side to side. And back through center. Coming back to all fours, maybe using your bolster here. We're just going to come for a moment in our wide-legged Balasana, child's pose. So knees out wide, bolster coming under for support. And we'll take a few moments here again to reconnect to the breath and really feeling the rib cage expand. So we want to feel that we're creating space, and we're creating that space for our breathing to become more efficient. So however you can, connecting to the rib cage in the back of your body, expanding as you breathe in, softening, letting go as you breathe out. Doing that for the next 3 to 5 breaths. Connecting to your breath, to sensations, maybe to baby moving. Taking one more deep breath in and slowly release out. Walking your hands back towards the knees, moving the block or your bolster to one side. Tuck the toes under, walk the hands back towards the knees. Lift the knees off the ground so the knees are out wide. Heels down towards the earth, even if they're not touching. This is just a really nice way to get a nice stretch in the Achilles and in the calves. And at the same time, of course, the lower back is also getting a nice little release. And then from here, placing the hands onto the knees, balancing here for a moment. Hands come into prayer. Engage the pelvic floor. As you breathe in, gently scoop in and up, and then come all the way up to stand. Lovely. So on your mat, feet a comfortable distance apart. Think of lengthening the tailbone down as you lift through the front of the hips. Soft bend in the knees, perhaps spread the toes, and then keeping the eyes closed as you breathe in, both arms reach out to the side and up. And then as you breathe out, hands through the heart center. So we're going to work again with our voice here with the sound of Om on the out breath. Breathing in. One more time. Placing the hands onto the hips to heel the feet so that they're a bit wider, heels in, toes out, bending into the knees, coming into our Utkatasana, Konasana, goddess pose, and here simply swaying the hips side to side. Again, you could have the eyes closed if you feel that your balance is there, if you feel stable enough. Trying to also trust here in the body. We've been working a lot, stability, balance, and strength. Noticing the points of contact of the ground. Lovely, coming back through center. We're going to turn the right toes to face the front of the mat and then lift the back heel, swivel so that we come into a Virabhadrasana 2 stance. So again, checking that your feet are not on the same line, that you've got a good hip width distance apart. Arms are engaged, fingertips engaged. Thinking of that external rotation of the front thigh. And then turning the right palm up. Inhale into reverse warrior, gazing over the left shoulder as the left hand gently connects to baby. Coming back through Vira 2. And then exhale, placing the right forearm onto the right thigh as we open up into our extended side angle pose. Slowly make your way back. Warrior 2. Come into reverse warrior. So you're just breathing in a way that feels comfortable. Into warrior 2. We're trying to flow between these 3 positions, using each time the bottom hand just to connect to baby. Strengthening into the legs as the legs are our anchor, we're avoiding moving them. Feel free to keep the eyes open or to close the eyes, dropping into that felt sense of awareness, internal attention, increasing as we close the eyes. Let's do that sequence just one more time in your own time. Lovely. Back through warrior 2. Straighten the front leg, come back with both instep of the feet parallel. And before we do the other side, we're just going to come into a forward fold and sway the hips. So maybe soft bend in the knees, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold forward. Hands can perhaps come onto blocks or your bolster, and then just swaying the hips side to side as you bend into one knee and then the other. You keep sending the hips back, crown of the head forward, getting a nice release into the back of the legs, into the hips. Moving in a way that feels good. If you need to have the blocks on a higher setting, do so, especially towards the later stages of pregnancy. Lovely, and then we come back through center, bend into the knees, come back. And then we're now going to the other side. So the left toes face the edge of the mat, and then we're lifting the right heel, swiveling onto the ball of the right foot, bending into the left knee, making your way into Virabhadrasana 2 with the left foot forward. And then we're turning the left palm up, inhaling into your reverse warrior as you gaze over the right shoulder. Keep the legs strong. Inhale, Vira 2. Exhale as we come into our extended side angle pose. So you've got the left forearm gently supporting from your left thigh, left hand connected to baby, thinking of extending and reaching through the right fingertips and the outer step of the right foot. Back into warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Flowing in a way that feels good at your own rhythm, whether your eyes are open or closed. Again, it really doesn't matter. The important thing is that you're moving in a way that feels supported, where you are not building up any tension and that you feel safe. Last full round. And then we extend through the left leg. Bring that instep of the foot back to parallel or slightly pigeon-toed. And we go back into our forward fold one last time. Folding over again, however you'd like to have your arms, hands maybe on the floor, on a block, and then just swaying the hips in a way that feels good. And then come back through center. Using your blocks, you're going to place the right hand on the block and then open the left arm out. Inhale, back through center. Exhaling, opposite arm lifts up. So let's do that one more time, side to side. Back through center, toe heel the feet a little closer. And then we come just for a moment in our Malasana, yogi squat, our garland pose. Keeping the spine lifted, just taking a moment to come back to that intention. I honor my body, my baby, and this journey. I honor my body, my baby, and this journey. Lovely. Releasing the hands behind you. Sitting bones come to the floor. So we're going to come into a supported bridge pose. So you could, of course, do that with blocks. I just find that, especially in the trimester, it just doesn't feel as comfortable. So I'm going to use my bolster. So coming to your side, to come down, roll onto your back, and then feet hip-width distance apart, using whether you have your blocks. If you've got the foamy blocks, actually those are quite nice, or your bolster. And so here you've got the sacrum, the lower back and sacrum fully supported. We could bring the arms into cactus and just take a couple of breaths here. If for whatever reason this doesn't feel good, then you could come back just to sit and do a few hip circles, torso circles in both directions. But if you are still comfortable in your low bridge, breathing here, we'll take another 5 breaths. Lovely. So when you're done grounding through both feet, lifting the hips up, removing the bolster, coming back to the ground, and then just coming to lie on your side. Doesn't matter, we're going to do both sides. So starting on one side, just having your bottom arm support the head. Keep the bottom leg bent, and then we're going to extend through the top leg and lift the top leg up so that it's a nice straight line. And here I'd like you to work internally rotating the leg and then external. So we're doing an internal rotation and then external. So just doing a few rounds in this way activating into the glute, but also strengthening into our hips. Coming back through center. Let's bend both knees, and then we're going to do that same thing. So we're going to lift the ankle and then come to tap foot to foot, knee to knee, gently kiss, and then ankle. So still working internal, external rotation. I'm actually feeling it burn a little bit. We'll do that 3 more times. Lovely. Extend, give the leg a little tapping, and then you can simply roll over and come to the other side. I'm just going to lift up so that you can still see me and come over to the other side. Okay, so coming back, supporting your head. You could have the head lifted or down, really up to you. So starting initially just with the top leg extended, and we're just really trying to keep the whole leg straight and just really work that internal rotation, external rotation. So connecting to it, keeping your top hand on the hip to help maintain evenness in the pelvis. Last one this way. And then we're placing the top leg over the bottom, and then we're kissing feet to feet and then knee to knee. In that same way, working that external, internal rotation, hopefully feeling that glute activation. I know I am. Last 3. And release. Okay, so from here, keeping the top leg extended, pressing into the hands to make your way back up. We're going to come into our a little sequence where you might need, I'll just show you both sides, but either you're using a block, either your bolster. If you have a bolster, use a bolster. It just feels a bit nice on the leg. So placing the right leg out, toes are turned in, trying to keep the left knee in line with the left hip. And then this is where you might need your support. If you're comfortable coming to the floor, that's fine, but it obviously engages a bit more into the obliques. So choosing a variation that suits your body today, how you feel. I'm definitely going to be using my bolster here. So placing the left hand on the bolster, reaching the right arm overhead into we're coming in and out of gate pose. So feeling that stretch here. We're creating space through the right side of the body. This feels so good. And then engage gently, inhale, use your obliques to come up. Exhale, right hand on the thigh, reach through the left. Coming back into gate pose, and then left hand to the floor as you reach the right arm up. So we're just going to flow in and out, really paying attention to the obliques as they support us as we come in and out. Not about going fast, it's about moving with control, with awareness. Let's do that just one more time. Placing the left hand down, and then 3 big circles with the right arm in one direction. And then 3 circles in the opposite direction. Lovely. Coming back with both hands to the floor. We're simply going to change sides. So if you had your bolster or your brick, just changing sides. We're extending this time through the left leg, making sure again the alignment between right knee, right hip, arms open out wide. Right hand, left hand to your leg, reach up through the right fingertips, coming back into gate, and then right hand to the floor as you reach through the left. And here in this position, we're thinking of drawing the front of the hip bones forward, feeling that lovely stretch and space that we're creating through the left side of the body. You're engaging through the obliques as you peel yourself back up. And we continue our flow. Whether your eyes are open or closed, working gently, smoothly, bring a watery quality to the movement. Do one more round. And then the next time that your right hand comes either to the floor or your bolster, circling the left arm 3 times in one direction, oiling up into the shoulder, and then changing direction. Lovely. Placing the hands to the floor, stepping the leg back in. And we're going to come, got one more position before our final relaxation. We're going to come into a Paschimottanasana, wide-legged. So legs out, toes in, and then using your bolster just to support the head. It's just a nice way so that you get a really nice release into the body. The vagus nerve is activated. Just breathing here. I honor my body. I honor my baby. And I honor my journey. Slowly peeling yourselves away. And we're going to come to our final relaxation with our blocks, one on the highest setting, one on a medium setting, and then the bolster resting against them. So this Supta Baddha Konasana, what we want to make sure, as always, is that your sitting bones are connected to the bolster. You're using both hands and then gently releasing your spine, your body on it. And then the invitation is to come in Supta Baddha Konasana with our feet, so feet together, soles of the feet together, knees gently out. If for whatever reason that doesn't feel good, feel free to keep the knees straight. You might want to lengthen. But here we're trying to really allow this sense of softening into the pelvis. Arms can just be resting by your side, palms facing up so that your shoulders naturally open. And let's just work for it with a few rounds of our golden thread here. So as we're breathing in, finding this vital life force energy, exhaling through pursed lips, visualizing that golden thread come out and move far out in front of us. And with every exhale, trying to visualize any tension being blown out of the body. Taking 3 more rounds. And then letting go of that technique as you simply bathe here in the residue of your practice. I honor my body, my baby, and this journey. Inviting some movements into the toes, the fingertips, to come out of your Baddha Konasana legs. We're going to press the soles of the feet together and start to lengthen them on the mat. And then you can bend one knee and then the other. Coming slowly onto the left-hand side, your left forearm is supporting you so that you don't fall off the blocks. And then make your way into a comfortable seated position, whatever that might look like. If you need to do any movement, please feel free to do that. But as we come to place our hands in Anjali Mudra in front of our heart, gently bowing our gaze towards our heart, our inner teacher. Giving thanks to your body for carrying you through this week of practice together. Giving thanks to your baby, your greatest partner on this journey. And of course, giving thanks to yourself for showing up every day with love, with compassion. Sending many blessings to you and your babies, for this journey ahead. Namaste. See you very soon on the mat.